Hello, everybody. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. I'm absolutely deflated. I really, really am. I have just watched Eintracht Frankfurt 1, West Ham 0. And to say I'm gutted is a choker and is an understatement. It really is. I feel like bursting into tears. I really, really do. It's going to be hard to hold back the tears for me. It really, really is. I'm going to try and keep as calm as I can do, but I'm sorry, but Cresswell is done at West Ham United Football Club. He is seriously done, this man. He has just completely fucked us. Completely, utterly fucked us over. Killed us. Stone dead. Let's start off, though, at the beginning. And we come out and we looked all right, West Ham. Looks all right. They didn't pose a major threat. They didn't even have a shot on target until they scored. But for me, the sending off is absolutely criminal from him. It really, really is. It's clueless. It's clueless. It's fucking stupidity, to say the least. And for me, that to lose the game like that, and for every West Ham fan across this planet that we're on, to sit there and having to deal with the next 70, 80 minutes, I think it's 70 minutes, sorry, of just West Ham going through the motions, right, is heartbreaking. It really is. And the sending off is absolutely fucking criminal. It's absolutely criminal. Listen, I'm going to have to hold back the tears on this one. I'm waiting for Mitchell to turn up if Mitchell does arrive. And I'm devastated. I don't know about everyone else. I will get to the chat shortly. But I'm absolutely heartbroken. Absolutely fucking heartbroken. Listen, over 2 legs, were they the better side? Probably, yeah. They were more clinical than us. But tonight, one man has just completely fucked this club massively over. He fucked us over against Lyon at home and we got away with it. We didn't get away with it tonight, I'm afraid, sadly. And for me, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Anyone who knows me on this channel and anyone who's seen my Twitter feed earlier on today, I was really up for this game. And he just killed everyone. He killed the whole 10 men on the pitch that sort of was trying their best. Listen, Mickey tonight wasn't vintage, but he was a trier. But what can they do? What can they seriously do with 10 men against a team who are well defensive the way Frankfurt are? And he goes and gets sent off, and then we concede. We go 1-0 down. And let's be honest, I think everyone across the whole fan base would have gone and said, this is it now, game over. And I'm going to make it short and sweet before I bring Mitchell in, because I know Mitchell's there. He's waiting in the background. Give me 2 minutes, Mitch. I feel like, and this is a quick summary, that there was just no cutting edge from us, from all the players. And you can go in on Souček, you can go in on Antonio, you can go in on Fornals tonight, but what's the fucking point? What is really the point? One man who everyone has given a pass to for a long, long time is Aaron Cresswell, and he has just completely fucked this club over massively. Defensively, just hold the geezer up, but he just doesn't do it. But let's be honest, we went 1-0 down. Did we look like scoring? Not really. Not really. They were well defensive. They had their back three was there. They lost their centre half after 7 minutes. And I'm thinking, here we go, West Ham. We've got half a chance now. We're going to like this is the moment. And like our dreams, they fade and die. They just really do fade and die. So let me bring Mitchell in. Mitchell, how are you doing, mate?
Not good. Not good.
Speak to me, man. I'm absolutely devastated. Listen, I'm not even afraid to admit on this fucking channel. I'm in tears. I've got tears in my eyes. I'm heartbroken, to say the least. But to lose like that was the most painful experience I've ever seen with West Ham. Just to lose and just know that we're going to lose this game. Heartbreaking. Go on, man. Take it away. This is your moment.
I'm not really hopeful, not going to lie. I just think the whole momentum in recent time has just been so, just non-existent. That I thought, it was going to be a really tough game for us to go there. I looked at the record, the home, I'll say Frankfurt are shit at home. I don't give a fuck, mate. Like, we're shitting every game at the minute, it seems like. So, honestly, it was just a dire performance, terrible setup. We came out extremely poor. I was cutting off people, and people around me saying, "Calm down, mate. Fucking hell, the game just started." I said, "Well, fucking, we should be going at them straight away." Oh dear, oh dear.
I don't really want to get to this, but I know we're going to have to. Cresswell, man. Because let's be honest, he is the elephant in the fucking room.
Oh, it's a red card for me. It's a red card for me.
It's a blatant red card.
Yeah.
Talk to me, mate, because this is not the first time he's done it. It's the second time he's done it. That's National League level, mate. That really is.
Look, it's not. I don't want people to say, "Oh, you shouldn't leave Cresswell 1-on-1" and all that bollocks. He's a fucking 31 or 32, whatever the fuck he is, year old, experienced left back that has made, hundreds of appearances for West Ham, and he's just gone and done that in the biggest game he's played at West Ham, the biggest, and he's gone and done that at the start of the game as well. No excuses. Don't see excuses for that scouse cunt. I've been saying all season. I said at the start of the season, he's a liability. Got lots of stick for it. It's just kind of been plodding his way through, been bailed out for little mistakes here and there, not loads. But mate, he's clearly not good enough anymore compared to the other left backs in the fucking world.
Do you know
really
what,
not
Mitch?
Good enough.
Do you know what though, mate? I've had you on this channel. I've all the boys on this channel. Yeah, and I fucking respect every single one of you. Right, I'm fucking close to breaking down, man. Yeah, and I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I respect everyone's opinion, but your opinion, I do respect because you've been right about Souček, robotic. You've been right about Cresswell, fucking stupidity. Like, this is not a common theme. And listen, Mitch, I'm going to be straight with you, brother. Yeah, I wasn't your biggest fan. Yeah, in regards to West Ham Fan TV, but I've got to admit, mate, I do class you not only as a friend, but as someone who is fucking highly intelligent when it comes to football players. Like, this man has done fuck all.
Mate.
But let's be honest, though, Mitch. This man has just fucked us over. He's killed us. He's killed the whole club. He killed the fan base in Frankfurt. Like, people who have travelled all over there and completely fucked us over, man.
I feel sorry for them the most.
Yeah.
Lie. A lot of people were so hopeful today, and I was seeing videos of everyone really happy, and I'm such a negative cunt, and I really wish I could change my ways, but I couldn't see it tonight, and obviously we had a decent go at the end of it. Well, I say decent, it was all right. But you've got
to give them respect though, Mitch. Like, they're 10 men, they're fighting they're trying their best, but
of course, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I do, but it was the whole way we went about it. Though, it was very one-dimensional, just standard, just like boring.
Yeah,
no invention. I think Rice could have went forward more today, and the player and Souček could have just stayed deep. I don't even want to talk about Souček either. I don't even want to talk about Souček.
Well, Mitchell has a little calm down a little bit on it. Athers, talk to me, man. All that happened Leeds, brother. What do you think of tonight?
Oh, I'm just gutted. Yeah.
I'm absolutely devastated, mate. If I'm honest, I'm not even afraid to admit it.
Well, as soon as Cresswell got sent off, you knew it was over at that point. I know people sort of try and remain optimistic and be all that, but it just ruined it straight away for us. I mean, we did well in the second half. Yeah, they're right in what they said about the fact that, there's only, some teams would have gone down there and they would have been beaten 3 or 4-0 and capitulated at that point. But in reality, they're nothing special over both legs. They just did the little things well and they took their chances. And that red card.
They were just a good side, weren't they? Nothing special, just good.
No,
they were just better than us. That's what they had to be. They were better than us.
No, you've had three mistakes, though, isn't it? It's a mistake at the LS. It's a mistake at the second goal, and it's a red card mistake.
But this is the thing as well. It's, we take the chances in the first leg as well. It's a different story, and it just, like I said, that Cresswell red card has completely just ruined every bit of momentum and everything. Sorry, I'm being crowded. I've got one here, and One there.
I know, man. I know. And listen, I know how they feel. Listen, I know how you feel, mate. Yeah. I don't know what to say about Cresswell, though, Tom. I really don't.
I think I'm more pissed off at him because he just didn't fucking learn from the Leon game. Listen, Zuma stepped up, and Dawson maybe in that moment that allowed him to be one-on-one with his defender. But I'd rather let the goal go in and still have 11 men on the pitch and try and get something that way than risk the red card. It was so just unnecessary and dumb. And
schoolboy error. Schoolboy.
It's just thick, and like I said, and it was a red card again. I think if the Leon first leg hadn't happened, I wouldn't be pissed off. But my God, but Jesus, like learn from him. Exactly what Ballon Dawson said there in the chat. Learn from your mistakes. It's schoolboy, and you've basically cost us there. And it wasn't all him because certain players didn't play well in the first leg, and it is a two-legged game, and we weren't up to our best and didn't take chances in the first leg. But any chance of us actually getting back into it was killed when he got sent off. I think I don't know. It's just sad. Like I said, I know you getting upset there. I genuinely believe that we had enough to do it. And I still think had Cresswell not got that red card, I still think we would have got into it. I mean, Deck was right in his post-match interview when he just said, they had 11 men, but they still really didn't do anything with it, did they?
Do you know what, mate? Do you know what though, Tom? Yeah. As I just said to Mitchell, I have all you boys on because I respect every single one of you. Yeah. And everyone's opinion is always different on this channel. But the thing that does me with this, with the opinions of different people, is that you see players for what they are in the end. And Cresswell, to me, is done. He's done at West Ham there. Like, he can't fucking play for us no more. Not after this. Like, it was like.
Maybe I agree games next season, but nothing.
I agree with what you just said there, Tom. Yeah, against Leon. If he didn't do it against Leon, you can understand it. But he's done the same thing fucking twice in about a month.
And even that, what's he actually done this year? What's he actually done this season?
I'm just heartbroken, mate. I'm heartbroken. And what makes me laugh is you got all these other fucking fans cheering us that we've lost. Do you know what I mean? Fuck them. That's what I say to them straight away, quite clearly. I don't. Let's try and lighten the mood a little bit. David Moyes getting sent off, Tom. Talk to me.
That made me laugh. I actually, you know what, as angry as I was, I laughed at that. That did make me laugh.
I had to laugh. I couldn't believe it, mate.
I rate it.
I'll allow Lucas on. He'll swap positions with me in a second. But I
only saw that one angle though. I'd like to see another angle.
Oh, there's a reverse angle that somebody on the German football account has tweeted it. And the reverse, it doesn't hit the ball boy, but it sort of sails just over his head. But he fucking leathered that ball.
What happened? What happened? Why did he leather the ball?
Because he just gave it back to him. He said in his post-match interview, they went, "What happened with your tempers flaring at the end?" And he went, "The ball boy just gave him the back really slowly." It's like, what? So you just then decided to twat it at him because that was going to fucking make everything go a little bit quicker.
I've got to laugh at that because I need a good laugh, mate, because I'm actually in bits. But I must admit, I did find that quite funny.
I did find it funny, to be fair.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to get triggered by Eastside views. I'll say this once only. I won't get triggered by him. But can we just stop the Moyes out bullshit, please? Like, from the fact that we've got to this far in the competition, yes, there weren't the signings we wanted there in January. We've already discussed, yes, that's got to be partly down to Moyes, partly the board as well. But we've created so many good memories as a football club, and I truly believe we should have gone on and actually won this thing.
Joe, what?
Well said.
I agree with you, mate. Yeah,
well said, Tom.
Right. This is a great comment from Happy Hammer 82. Yeah. He said, I can't look at Cresswell the same again. It's like a bird that's cheating on you. And it is. I actually agree with him 100% on that. I can't look at Cresswell no more because this ain't the first time. This is the second time. And we all know it. The problem is we ain't signed no fucking person. So that's the problem. Mitch, obviously, before I get Lucas in here, we've got 3 games left in the Prem, way. So how the fuck do we get over this?
Well, 2 of them have got to be must wins. I don't give a fuck. Must wins, Norwich and Brighton. I'd snap the round off now for Conference League. I'd take Conference League all day long now. Just with how I've been playing, I just can't even see us beating Norwich at this rate. Like, I'm talking Prem performances. I mean, we've got to beat Brighton and Norwich, and then take 7th place. Overall, it's been the right season, but I mean, tonight I don't want to be positive. I'm not gonna lie. I just want to be negative.
I agree, and we're going to get to player rating shortly. Lucas, my American brother, talk to me, man. You're all the way up in Leeds. I see you on Monday. We spoke about the game. We said that we was quite optimistic, me and you. And yeah, just take it away, mate.
Oh, this fucking thing.
Really gutted. It's just not a lot to say. I mean, I'm appreciative for the journey. I'm appreciative for the journey, but just some things are gonna take a while to get over. Like,
yeah, man.
I have nothing but negative thoughts right now, and
I got to ask you though, Lucas. Yeah, talk to me about Cresswell, man. It's absolutely fucking horrendous defending. Now, I'm going to say this, Lucas. Yeah, this man gets a lot of praise, but I must admit, Mitchell convinced me about 2 months ago when he said to me, James, this geezer gets a pass every single time because it's Cresswell and he's the only left back. And when people say he has a good game, does he necessarily have a good game, or can we find someone better than Cresswell? I think Cresswell was fucking shit.
I mean, if tonight didn't show, we can do a lot better. But I mean, everyone likes to. There's in my opinion, with football, there's always a new standard.
I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. I've got to cut in here. Yeah, this is quite funny. Lucas needs to go home. We've lost every game.
Yes,
I've got to laugh at it. I've got to laugh because I need a laugh, man. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, talk to me, Lucas.
I mean, we can say Aaron Cresswell's done better in certain games because he set the standard this season so low. Well, he hasn't been that good.
Yeah, he hasn't, mate. He really hasn't.
His defending,
Scass bastard.
Again, like everyone wants to say his defending's been solid, but like I just feel like most games he hasn't had to do much defending, and then
he's got Rice on his side.
Yeah, and then
Rolls help him out.
He's put in a few good balls from set pieces. He scored a free kick this season. I mean, I don't know. Tonight's just really tough, and I don't want this to be my lasting image on Cresswell, but my God, it is hard. It's really hard. Really, really hard.
Yeah, I agree, man. Listen, it really, really is hard to take. And what was hard tonight was just seeing him suffer. Fucking hell, mate. We've suffered for years as West Ham fans. And listen, I had people in the chat from all over the world. And I've got to admit, as a West Ham fan who lives local to the area, like Mitchell does, it was fucking torture tonight. There's no two ways about it. Watching us trying our best to try and score 2 goals with 10 men, it was like fucking everything was against us. The goals, the men, fucking Moyes, everything. I don't know what else to say, really. I really don't. But we will get onto the player ratings. Listen, I've got 82 people watching currently at present. Please do smash a like on the video. And please do subscribe to the channel. It really goes a long way. It helps me out. Let's start off with some player ratings, I think, to lighten the mood. And we will go with...
Let's lighten the fucking mood.
Let's go with this man, Tom. I'll let you go first, Tom. What do you think of Ariola tonight? I thought he was all right. Couldn't do a lot for the goal. Had fuck all to do, did he?
First leg, he didn't have a lot to do. Did not have a lot to do. Do you know... I think what pisses me off is when I look at Trapp as well, is that he hardly had anything to do over the 2 legs either. Neither keeper was really, really tested, were they?
Totally agree.
Made a couple of decent throws with, like trying to set the play off and stuff. But again, I can't really give him a high or a low rating because he really didn't have a lot to do. But
a 9. What the fuck?
I'd say a 6. 6.
Calm down, Mitch. It's early.
Fair play to the Anton Hirsch, the Frankfurt fan, about thank you. Obviously, listen, they deserve to be there as much as us. They did incredibly well to beat some of the teams that they knocked out on the way. What I would say is, though, for them Frankfurt fans in the stadium, I didn't like the fact that their security did next to nothing to allow them to stop the coming onto the pitch, because it kind of took away from us being able to thank our fans at the end for the journey. And
True. That's a good point, actually, mate.
I'm not a fan of that. I think they should have, whether it was the stadium security or whoever, should have done
Don't
a
give
little
a
bit more.
fuck there. The security in Germany, the policing, it's all fucking corrupt and shit.
So I wish our players, I think, because I think they would have probably liked it as well, just to sort of thank our fans for the effort and the time and stuff, and that couldn't happen. But no, listen, they deserve to be there on merit. You know, that, like I said, they knocked out some big teams, but still gut wrenching tonight. It really
is, mate. So what are you giving him, Tom?
Yeah, I'd give him a 6. I'd say.
Do you know what? I'm going to give him a 7. I thought he was all right tonight. I thought he did have a lot to do, really, and what he did do, he done well. He done a good couple of saves. The goal, he shit defending. Let's be real. And for me, it's a 7 for me. Mitchell, take it away, man.
I don't think I give anyone more than a 6 tonight. Look at him, so look.
Yeah, fucking two compadres, isn't it? And listen, I'm so glad I got these two. I got all you boys on tonight. Fucking you cheer me up. What would you give him tonight, though, Mitch?
I'll give him a 6. Standard. Yeah. Like, I can't really. I think it was good. If it was alright, just average. Like, 6. Nothing more.
6 out of 10. I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry. Let's go to Cresswell. Fuck. Lucas, take it away, brother.
You remember how what was that ref's name? The corrupt one,
Felix Warner.
Fucking German.
He should be locked a negative 100 because that's how long he should be in prison for.
Yeah. Talk to me, man. Is Cresswell in prison and throwing away the fucking key? That's what I want to know.
You know what? I'm going to be respectful when I really don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a respectful negative 20 out of 10.
Would you?
0. I mean, again, if this was the Leon game and he'd not done that before, I'd be upset with him, but I wouldn't be as, but you cannot make the same mistake. Like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on yourself. Or what is it? I can't remember what the expression is.
Whatever it is,
I know exactly what.
I'll give him a double 0.
Fucking hell. Two notes. For me, he gets a minus fucking 10. Shit. This man cannot defend. This man can't defend.
I don't have to look like I'm sucking Lucas's dick every time I need to say something.
Fair enough, mate. I will get to that shortly.
But the best entertainment of the night.
That certainly would be. Minus 10. Mitchell, take it away. Well, that's what the camera work out.
0. Standard. Scouse cunt. What's going on?
Standard.
Talk to me, Mitch. Talk to me, man. I'm fucking out enough, mate. I really am. I've got to have a laugh because I don't. I'll be fuming, mate. Trust me. So, fucking. Let's move on from that fucking scat.
0. Fuck off, Cresswell.
100%. Moving over to the other side, right back. Mitchell, talk to me first, man. What do you reckon?
What, Kufal?
Yeah.
Done about 20 lines today. Not the standard 2 he normally does. Done about 20 lines before he started the game. He woke up today and just chose Sam Allardyce hoofball. I think he defended okay. Gets Kostic. Again, let quite a few crosses come in. Passing and crossing, horrific. Give him actually, I'll give him a 3.
Yeah. Listen, I've got 113 people watching, right? So yeah, please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way. Kafel for me was, I understand what Mitch is saying. Hoofball FC with fucking hell, Brian, like fucking.
He didn't do a single thing good tonight. Honestly, not a single thing. So I can't give him high.
I'll give him a 4. I think it's only a 4 because he's a trier. Like, he was on the pitch, he was trying to the end. It's a 4 for me.
I would also say, for me, I think Cresswell having been sent off negated him being able to maybe get involved in the game as much, because at the time it looked like, until really that he brought Ben Rama on, that he was a bit hesitant to actually go all gung-ho. I never really felt like he actually, like Moyes, turned that switch on and said, right, press from the front now. But I did think that it was a little bit, he was let down by the Cresswell sent off. I just don't think he would have maybe made some of those overlapping runs if Cresswell hadn't been sent off. But he defended well. Kostic again was quite quiet today, which I guess is no easy feat, but made a few decent challenges. But I'd give him a 4 or a 5. I think that's been kind. Probably a 4.
And the long throws was just fucking stupid. Fucking stupid.
I don't get it. It didn't work in the first leg.
Same spot every fucking time.
Didn't work in the first leg, and
Great.
Every time it somehow just made its way to trap. You know,
it was stupidity. I'm not being funny enough, yeah. I totally agree with you, fucking boys. Yeah, it was fucking stupidity. You're throwing it in. You know, Trap's just going to come out and collect. So it's just nothing. Oh, fucking stupidity. Lucas, give me a rating for Cresswell, brother.
5. Just because I felt like he probably would have done a lot better if he had an extra teammate on the pitch. 5. Nothing
5
special. Below average.
5
I'm really getting fed up with Sousa. I'm going to say this. I'm really getting fed up with him this season. He's put in about one good game every 3 the whole season. He's just a fucking live wire. He's just not what I want to see at West Ham going forward. Like, he's just too erratic and fucking stupid.
Mate. I agree. Listen, I cannot disagree with this, yeah? Cresswell going forward, he's got no fucking pace. That's one thing with our left back and our right
can't
back.
Put a fucking good ball in anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm going
to say this, yeah, quite openly, yeah? You could put Harrison Ashby there and he would do a better job than Cresswell. 100%.
100%, James. 100%.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what, quickly, while we're talking on defenders, and I know if there's a Frankfurt fan or two in here, they're probably not going to be happy with me. I tell you what, I wouldn't be half against actually trying to. And I know he's got some big interest from bigger clubs, but actually trying to put our name in Ndika. He looks a proper talent, real talent, big, boisterous centre half with a lot of pace. I thought he dealt with Antonio just brilliantly well. I know he clattered him in the first half, but he just made him look silly.
It was good,
and Antonio was knackered after about 45 minutes. You know, but Ndika for them was. I know that
it was superb. He's linked with Newcastle, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, very, very. I mean, listen, if it's 30 million, I'd pay it. You know,
fucking,
very good.
Fucking hell, mate! I'll get him an Uber and get him to West Ham for 30 million, mate.
He's quite young as well, isn't he? Moving
on though to this man, Kirk Zuma. I'll start off with the boys from the north, Lucas and Tom. Take it away, brother.
6, nothing special tonight. Didn't do a lot wrong. Really didn't put a foot forward or foot wrong.
Yeah.
6.
Is he at fault for the goal though, Tom?
Yes.
I was going to say that.
I absolutely ruined Diop before he actually put in a good couple of performances before he got injured for the amount of times. And it must be a thing that Dawson, that Moyes, has asked them to do, which is to step up at least one of the centre halves when they're running through. But what it did was, because they play with such a high line and they have the overlapping fullbacks and stuff, it allowed him to drift inside and just basically have a free one-on-one versus Cresswell. And it screwed him really for the goal. Yes, he did well after that, but he didn't exactly cover himself in glory for that first bit. Yes, it was Cresswell's fault, but I don't think he was exactly the... Interesting. It wasn't exactly it wasn't exactly the greatest moment for him. But after that, I thought he did okay. But yeah, it's a mental mistake, maybe, or something that Moyes
I take back my foot wrong.
I give him 4 or 5 again.
We'll say it.
4 or 5. What are you giving him, man?
4, just because I think that was a mistake doing what he did.
I'm going to give him a 5. I thought he was his standard fucking, or just below standard performance. I think the goal, it is stupid. I agree with what Tom's saying, 100 million%. But the rest of the game, I think he was all right. he was all right. He had to he done their things, but I just, what can you say? What can you do? He did have a chance though in the first half. I'm thinking, just throw your fucking body at it, Zuma, and he just let it go. So it's a 5 for me. Mitch.
I think you covered everything, to be honest. I thought all round, I think you actually had an all right game, besides from a couple of lapses in concentration, like Tom said. I'll give him a 5, high 5.
High 5 it is. Let's go. Moving on to this man. He's defensive partner in Craig Dawson. Mitch, I'll start off with you, bruv. What do you reckon?
I'll probably give him the same rating, really. Maybe one less, actually. I thought for the goal, just completely dropped off his man, lost his man.
100%.
For just zonal marking. Actually, no, I think because it was probably a bigger error, I'd probably give him a lower rating, actually. Just poor. Just didn't check over his shoulder. Just got done. 4. I'll give him. Not much else. I thought the rest of the game was all right, but it was a massive defensive error, really. And obviously that's why, that's one of the main reasons why we lost the game.
Yeah, I'd back that. I'd give him a 3. I think he expected, because if you look on the replay, Soufal was looking at him because I think he expected Soufal to cover that run. The thing is, Soufal had Kostic screaming in as well, nearer to him as well, and it wasn't exactly his man. So just completely switched off. It was a great ball. Actually, that Knauf really he was another one that impressed me, I think, over both legs. I think Dortmund have probably got quite a good player on their hands there. But yeah, he that I think that's the difference between Craig Dawson and an elite centre back. Maybe you don't get them mistakes. Listen, he's been nothing short of amazing for us since he's been here, but he does have them 1-2 silly mistakes every season that do usually lead to a goal or something worse. So yeah, it was unfortunate, but with the way that the game was going, it sort of compounded the misery at that point. So yeah, I'd probably give him a 3. He was all right after that, but I think, that if we go in after that red card and we maybe get in at half time at 2-1, I don't know, maybe there's a sense of optimism there. But I think after that went in, it was like, yeah, this is probably done, isn't it now? So
this is Lucas.
I'll give him probably give him a 4. First, the only goal we gave up, not too good, and he was pretty clumsy on the ball today. Didn't look sharp to me. He actually put in a real pinger of a pass in the first half, it was the second half, but gave up the first goal, incredibly clumsy on the ball in the second half. 4.
Do you know what? Listen, right? I rate everyone's opinion on Craig Dawson. He has been great this year, but he's not for West Ham in regards of first choice. I've always said
he's
that.
not what everyone thinks he is, I think.
Yeah,
I think he's had a good season, but he's still prone to mistakes. When he pushes up higher, he does get caught out for lack of pace.
He gets done for pace, which is the major thing.
I mean, for £2 million, he's been exceptional, and you cannot him for that. But there's a difference between if we have an elite level centre half in there that's maybe used to that competition, played in big moments. If you had
2 Zoomers though, Tom, before I get to my rating, but if you have 2 Zoomers in there, that's a rock solid centre half pair, isn't it? Because they both got pace, they're both solid, and they both can handle everything. That's why I wouldn't be
against that French kid in Dika. I genuinely, he looks like an actual bit of a built.
It'd be quite expensive though. Depends if we have that sort of money to spend on another centre back. I'd like Colette Carr personally.
Don't talk to me about the transfer window. That's another fucking show, mate. That's going to be long. I'm going to have everyone on that.
We got 2.5 months off to think about that.
I know, mate. I'm going to give Dawson a 4. For me, he's a trier. He's a workhorse. He throws his body about. He's just not good enough, in my opinion. That's all I can say, really. Do you know what I'm saying? He was okay, but what else could he do? Let's get on to this man. Centre of the park. Thomas Souček. Mitch, the battle lines are drawn. The gun is loaded. Fire.
The tongues are out licking his arse during the week as well. I saw that all on Twitter as well. I saw that.
Talk to me, brother.
West Ham liked a little bit of Souček's bum.
Go on, man.
He was absolutely useless, as per. Just nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing all game long. Big chance at the end where he should have scored.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, big opportunity. Fair play, got himself in the good position for the corner. But that's all you're fucking good for, mate. So like getting those positions. Aside from that, you know, first touch stinks of shit. Can't pass forward for fucking shit. You're slow as fuck. You don't have a clue where you are. You can't shoot. Just not good enough. Not good enough. And all the people, 40 million from Juventus, the Knicks of Spurs, fucking hell. All these other clubs that are linked with him, I think they must be smoking crack. People saying, I think we should take no less than 40 million for him. I'm like, I will fucking drive him wherever he wants. Me and him on the back of my bike to Italy, Juventus. I will take him to wherever the fuck he wants.
Mitchell,
for 200 quid. You pay me 200 quid and I'll take you wherever he wants.
Mitch, stop, mate, because I'm in bits as it is, yeah. But I mean, like, laughing. I
can't stand them. The thing is about Suchek, look, I love his passion, but that's kind of dwindled now for me because just for me, the quality is really showing. The lack of quality is really showing. And in the Premier League, especially this season, we've tried to change the way we're playing. Last season, we're a bit more of a counter-attacking team where we bomb forward and we, you know, because of that, we'd get more set pieces out from it. So that's the reason why he looked more effective last season. But now that we're trying to, well, I think teams have found us out and that, you know, they're kind of defending in different ways against us. So we're trying to have to break teams down more. And when you've got someone like Souček in there who cannot pass the ball for shit, he's got no creativity whatsoever, he's scoring a lot less goals, I do not see the use for him. I'd fucking rather get Carlos Sanchez back. How about that? And stick him alongside.
Fucking hell, mate. Now you are definitely taking the piss, right?
To be fair, I'm taking the piss there. Okay. But I just can't stand the bloke purely because I think so many people do still see him as a good player. Like the fucking half and half fans, which aren't too much fans, or fans of other clubs, they'll say Souček's a good player, and I'm like,
I've got to admit, the chat is buzzing tonight, Mitch. Souček is trapped in Mitchell's car throughout the whole journey. Listen, I'm so glad I got these people in the chat.
Tied up, gagged, everything. Be gagged.
Give me a rating,
he doesn't
Mitch.
die to get the transfer budget. I'll feed him a bit of Mackies every 2 hours or something.
Mitch, like, you fucking kidnap her. Give me a rating for him, bro.
Can I just quickly, before we get any further, two things. How true these are, I don't know, but Roshane Thomas from The Athletic has tweeted and said, Kufal on the pitch invasion, he said, I wasn't scared. If a fan attacks me, it would be their problem, not mine. And the second one was Moyes on his red card. I have to apologise for kicking the ball, but the ball boy left it short and it was nicely on the volley for me.
Fucking hell.
So I laugh. That's brilliant.
That's all.
I rate that.
Oh, it's a great strike, to be fair.
Well done, Roshane. I'm going to try and get Roshane on here. Mitch, what's the rating
shit as well? Oh, sorry.
Come on, Mitch. Give me a rating for Souček.
I'm just trying to think because obviously, like, you know, it was shit. Actually, passing was embarrassing.
Right.
It was shit.
So what are you giving him?
Fuck it, 2. I think 2's fair.
2 out of 10 for Mitchell. I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna leave the boys till last because I do mine pretty short and sweet.
So for Rice. Rice can leave. Get out, Rice. I don't blame you whatsoever. But you've got that useless cunt next year every fucking game.
I've got to admit, listen, I agree with Mitchell on this one. I really do. Souček for me is robotic and static. We've got a major problem at central midfield, mate, I'm afraid. And we've got a geezer there who just is pretty fucking clueless, if I'm being truthfully honest. I'll give him a 3. He throws his body about, but what's he really do? Not a lot. He runs about. I'm sorry.
Covers the kilometres.
Yeah, Epic said something earlier that we can't find better, mate. We ain't got to find better. We've got Declan Rice. Don't get a
the
better
commentary is 10 times better than fucking Souček.
I know, I agree.
100%.
He's just shit, mate. He's just gone. He's gone with the wind, mate, I'm afraid. So it's a 3 out of 10 for me. You boys, Souček.
You want to go first?
Yeah, just to be honest with you, when it came to it, we were sort of saying when the game was going on, I would have rather dropped Fornals back into the centre midfield.
Yes,
and
exactly that.
put Ben Rama
Exactly
on,
that.
and at least then we would actually maybe had a killer pass into the final third.
True story.
Just I don't know. I honestly I don't know what's happened to him. I just don't know. He just wasn't good enough. His passing was everywhere tonight. He just looked slow, tired, and listen, he probably is. He's probably knackered. He's not had a rest in God knows how long. But just wasn't impressed at all with him tonight. But it's been like this for most of the season, so I don't think it's really come as a shock to any of us. But I think the main thing for me is that his passing is it's been woeful this season. And yes, I know he's on there for the extra height and to add things from set pieces and stuff, but he's not really even been doing that so well, as well as he was last year. So I'm the same. If it means sort of trying Connor Coventry in there now and again next season, I'm kind of all for it really at this point. I'm not saying let's give up on him and let's sell him and all that sort of stuff. I mean, to be fair, 40 million
for 30, 40 million. If 40 million came in,
if it was genuine 40 million, I'd probably take your money and run. But I think, I'm just disappointed because we know he can, unless you're Mitch, that he can perform at a lot higher level than what he's performed at.
Can he? But let's be honest though, Tom, he hasn't performed to an high level for fucking ages.
No, and I also think it's not helped with the fact that Rice has come out of his shell a bit more and been more of wanting to be a driving force. I mean, he's got God knows how many. Was the most progressive yards in it in the Prem this season, which is mad, really, when you think about it. What position he plays in, and that's realistically what Souček did. But I tell you what, I summed Lucas up 100% right. He said something in the second half, and he said, "Listen, Souček may have run more than everybody, like run more kilometers than everybody else, but Declan Rice has run harder than what Souček has. There was only one man tonight that you could really tell that actually wanted to get back into the game." And actually do something in midfield and care about it. And that was Rice. And it kind of showed to me with sort of the rest of the players, but didn't really give a shit. So, I'd give Souček a 2 or a 3. I'll probably say a 3.
Lucas?
I'm going to give him a 3. He was really shit tonight. He didn't do one thing good. And I really do like Thomas Souček a lot, but I think after this season and tonight, if we want to move forward with the same system that we have, 4-2-3-1, there's literally no shot we can continue playing Souček in a 2-man midfield. There's just no way. The only way I feel bad criticizing him like that because he did have such a good year, and we all know the circumstances he's under. He plays every single minute. Club and country. Like, I get that, but you throw that out the window for a semi-final like this, second leg.
Yeah.
But
remember, this is West Ham. We can't have, sentimental value towards players here, besides from, Noble, maybe. You can't really... We've got to think about the best for West Ham and how you want to move forward. Next season, you've got to think, what is the best way of us going forward? And I can't see Souček in that team. I think there's so many better options out there.
With a 4-2-3-1, Souček cannot be in this team. But if we maybe evolve or move forward to a 4-3-3, I still think Souček can have a place in this squad. But with the way Declan Rice is evolving and playing, there's no shot that Souček can be his partner next season. There's no way.
Would you rate him, Lucas?
3.
3 out of 10. I've got 108 people watching. Please do like the video. Please do subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way. I agree with what you just said, though, Mitchell. Before we move on, sentimental value has got to go out the window in the summer. Fuck all this sentimental value. Mikel Antonio shouldn't be the striker. Souček shouldn't be a midfielder. If we want to get
rid of be a left back anymore.
I think as well. I think if Dec's going to really truly realise his full potential, in the first season they did complement each other so well because Souček was allowed to go forward and Rice was heavily the defensive one of the two of them. But now we've actually seen progressively Rice is better on the ball. He can make things happen from that position. And it's almost like I'll use my uni words here, he's usurped him in that position. So if we were to get another defensive midfielder or similar, very mobile. Because even though Souček runs a lot, he's not exactly. He's very leggy at times, and put him next to.
But if I said to you, though, Tom, if I said to you, I'll give you this example. If I said to you, go and get Basuma.
Oh, you make me hard as fuck. You bring out that name.
If I said to
them
you,
two together.
If I said to you Basuma and you allow Rice to go forward,
they'd have a biracial angel.
Listen, it's all discussions for the summer.
Exactly, 100%, mate.
I think we can clearly see that Dec truly wants to be a number 8, and I think he will eventually, very soon, progress into that role. And listen, like I said, in that first season, I think Souček was comfortable being that number 8 that would be at the edge of the box and be on the end. But just now, that I think the worst thing for me is there's so many gaps in that midfield. They're allowing players to pick up space in behind them. That's what Frankfurt were doing so well. That Kamada in the first leg, finding pockets of space to get. It's just little things like that. In that first season, we really didn't see that so much. They were just like a well-oiled machine in there. But now I don't know, with communication, everything else. I don't know what it is, but it's just not been very good the second half of this. Well, second season for Souček. A little bit of second season syndrome, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree, mate. Moving on to this man, the captain of the evening. This man's fucking world class, mate. And I felt for him. I watched his interview after, and I feel his pain. He's devastated. I think he wanted to do the success with West Ham, and I think now he's realised that we're just not that fucking good in certain aspects when it comes to the final games. For me, Declan is the key to the West Ham puzzle. You keep this man here, you build around this man, we can go places, 100%. I'm going to start off with Lucas on this one. Give me a rating for Declan Rice tonight, mate.
It's going to be a bit controversial in a positive way. I thought he was really good tonight, honestly. I mean, he was really the only bright spot tonight, and he got a ton of interceptions, put in good tackles. He didn't really get the ball that much tonight, passing-wise, to pass it. But, he's pressing forward, trying to get the boys to follow him, to no avail. I've said it time and time again. It is probably number one on my list, most frustrating things, is when Declan Rice tries to will the lads forward and push them, and they just don't respond, really. And I really don't care. I'm giving him an 8. I thought he was brilliant. I thought he was really good.
Do you know what? I'll go next. I think he was very good tonight. I think he was a trier, but he was just trying with people who are shite. Certain people in the team tonight just didn't cut it for me, and I'll get onto them shortly. For me, I'll give him a 7. I think a 7's about right. I think that's where I'm about. The geezer's fucking world class. In summer, if West Ham have to do something, it's build around this fucker, because this man could lead us to glory. He's nearly led us to glory with this team that we've got now. And let's be honest, Bowen, Rice, and probably Zuma are the main 3. We have another 3 or 4 players in that building. I'm sorry, but then we got half a chance. I'm giving him a high 7. I thought he was excellent. Mitch, take it away, man.
Yeah, mate, everything you said and more. Unfortunately, personally, I can't see him staying in the summer. I think, especially in the second half of the season, where we've been playing, not just results, because results have been mixed anyway, but we've been playing really shit football. And we have dropped our standards significantly.
Uninspiring.
And very uninspiring. And I just think, when Rice plays international football, when he goes and plays around other players that are going to be in his ear saying, "I want you to come to this club, I want you to come to that club," and he's got players like Calvin Phillips and that, who plays at Leeds, for example, who's 10 times as good as Souček. You just think, fucking hell, I would like to be in the better midfield. Like, what kind of damage could I cause if I had a half decent midfielder next to me, for example? And none of this sentimental shit in the summer. If I was Moyes, we do need to build this team. We need to get in Rice's ear straight away and just try and get him to stay. Try and get him to sign a new contract. It was fantastic tonight. I thought really good. Tried to carry the team, but you can only carry so much. and any player in the world, if he was in his position, could not have changed the result tonight. I'd give him a 7, but in the summer, flog these fuckers, these hinge players like Diop, Vlasic, Souček, Cresswell. Get them all out. Let's just flog everything. Get the wage bill nice and clean, nice significant wage bill.
Let's have a West Ham clearance.
Build up.
Yeah.
100%. Dagenham Sunday Market. Got Yarmolenko, not Yarmolenko because he's for free agent. Get Souček on here. We've got Souček and he's just there looking about on a little rotary thing. And the people start launching like tomatoes and that at him. It'll be me. It'll probably be me, actually.
Mitch, I do love you on this channel, brother. I must admit, you do. I mean, that car boot's going to be full up with people. Tom, give me a rating for Declan Rice tonight, brother.
Yeah, high 7. What can you say? It's weird because I remember going regularly before lockdown and watching him there. And I watched him a couple of times for the under 23s or 21s, what it was back then. And I remember having a conversation with my dad and saying, Jesus, this guy looks absolutely sensational. Like, you can really tell he was a talent. Seeing him before lockdown live, he was good then. I have to admit, when I saw him a couple of weeks ago against Frankfurt, I just thought, like, Christ, just watching him live, he's just so good. You think he's amazing when you watch him on the pitch. When you see him live and you think, Christ, you really are good. And again, the same thing tonight. I felt sorry for him because clearly he was absolutely gassed, but he still wanted it for the 90 minutes. And it's just, that's the kind of player you want to build around. That's what we need. But it's difficult these days to try and keep players when there's always other interest. And, talk's cheap if you actually go out and back him and get him some decent signings to put around him. And I don't think we're too far off to at least keep contending in and around the top 4. All the great sides they need to retool at some point. Pep, when he first season realised he needed a couple of new fullbacks. Fair enough, one was a rapist, but he needed an overhaul of his back 4. Second season. The likes of Klopp, it took 2-3 years before he got the team that he wanted. So sometimes you just have to. It's for some minor changes. If you're Mitchell, the whole fucking squad, but there has to be some significant investment and get the right pieces around him. And I think at least we can be, because you've got to this point now. Now the players have had a taste for it. You don't want to now be at the bottom half of the table next year because then it's just not going to do anything. You've as Fornals said in his interview today, you have tasted the honey. People do not want to not taste the honey anymore for European football. You want to. That was a great quote, by the way, Fornals. But I think, just invest. Surely, because the board will have made some. Listen, even if they fuck off or they don't next year, they will have still made a lot more money this year that they wouldn't necessarily have had by progressing far with European TV rights and stuff. So in the long run, it's beneficial to them. And we hear today as well that the Athletics people are potentially about to leave as well, which will open the door for us to redo the stadium how we want it as well. So again, listen, I'm not on the whole bandwagon of let's get Moyes out and everything else, because it's still, even though it's shit, it's exciting times as long as we can. I think all I'm fearful for now is that we've spoken all week about putting their eggs in one basket and it's going to come back and bite us potentially if we lose out for the rest of the season and, Wolves end up catching us. So, but no, back to tonight, I thought he was superb. I like the nasty streak he's got in him as well, because he really just doesn't seem to be taking any shit whatsoever at the moment. So, I'd give him a high 7.
But does that show frustrations inside him though, as well?
Yeah.
Well, it's what I've said before on here. Like sometimes when you look at him and he throws his hands up in the air and he expects better from stuff, and it's not exactly the best attitude to have sometimes. But if he thinks that better players wouldn't do stupid things like that, then let's go out and get a couple of good players. I think you're right. Like the Calvin Phillips one, for me, would make so much sense in midfield. Like,
oh yeah,
if people don't watch Leeds week in, week out, the guy's passing ability is ridiculous from defensive midfield.
They would complement each other so well.
Yeah, that as a pivot is just sexual, and I need a bit of that in my life. It's the greatest crossover we didn't know we needed until this season. But yeah,
fair enough.
The smallest star for 30 million on the left wing.
Right? Can we not start buying players until the end of the season?
Yeah. Real quick, I just have to say this, and I don't like tooting my own horn ever, but I just want to know where these people are now that basically said to fuck off the league, throw everything into Europa League.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson said it best. No one has a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Right.
Now we're here.
Yeah, it's very true, mate. Whatever you're saying, Lucas, is very true. But I'm moving on now to this man. Right, this is the man that I'm fucking going in on. For me, he's the most overhyped footballer at West Ham United Football Club by a fucking country mile. I've never known nothing like it. This is my opinion only. Tell me what this man does other than works hard and passes the ball in a straight line sometimes. He does fuck all else. He can't tackle. I found a stat out the other day that someone had put on Twitter, and it's a true stat. He's tackling. He's a myth. Absolute myth.
I think it's because his work rate. He puts pressures. He's good at pressuring, but tackling, you don't really see him do many.
Yeah, but his work rate, fucking hell. That's everyone that keeps raving about work rate. Where's the fucking goals? Where's the assists? Where's the beating of a man? There's fuck all there for me. Tonight,
work rate is a thing we talk about when we're in a relegation battle, or just trying to climb out, or trying to push for the championship title. We're fucking top half of the table now. We need to be looking at fucking quality players.
Yeah, I was in the pub tonight. I'm going to give a quick rating on this. I was in the pub tonight. People around me were saying he's just fucking massively overhyped. He gets in certain games. The man gets bullied. It's as simple as that. He never. I've only ever seen him run one game, and that was Liverpool at home this season, and that's just not good enough for me. It really ain't. I'll give him a 4. Right, and I'm being kind. I really am. Mitch, take it away for Pablo Fornals.
I actually didn't think he was bad. But again, ineffective, pretty useless. For me, Fornals is always pretty consistently away. He hasn't really had a good game. Probably since Liverpool. It's just it's just night and day when you watch, like for example, the City game last night. Obviously, don't talk too much about that. But you look at players, and obviously I know they're on a different caliber, but players in their midfield, it's just like everything they do good, Fornals just doesn't do. Like the way they keep things ticking, Fornals he's just too slow. He hasn't got that drive in him, unfortunately, and he's got a good work rate, and he seems like a really nice bloke. But fuck me, it's just I don't know if it's the future of West Ham. I do think he's massively overhyped, James. I agree with you, and I think loads of people see something that I don't really see. I think they see he's got a good first touch, and I don't get it. I don't see what other people see personally.
The thing is, Mitch, right before I get to your rating, when I look at Pablo Fornals, if I could go out and pick someone else who could run at people with pace, we would have him in there. Like you wouldn't have Pablo Fornals in there to try and one thing you say, boy, and I'll make you 100% right, we find it fucking hard to break teams down. And he don't break a team down.
He doesn't exactly, James. He doesn't. He's not creative really anymore. People say he's good at passing, but okay, well, where's all his assists? Where are the decent little through balls, for breaking teams down? Where's the bit of creativity? Where's the long range shots? They're non-existent. Yeah.
What'd you rate him tonight?
For example, exactly what Scott said about Ericsson. Ericsson is a similar kind of player, actually very similar, actually in terms of not the quickest of players, but he does everything that Fornals does. Maybe not the work rate so much, but just in terms of quality, just 10 times as good. He don't give the ball away. His passing is just superb.
Yeah. What'd you rate him tonight?
I'd give Fornals a 5.
Right, 5 out of 10 for you. Lucas and Tom. Tom, take it away, man.
Can I just, before we go any further, people were asking whether or not that David Moyes quote was legit about him. Listen, just look at this, just quickly.
Yeah, I have to apologise for kicking the ball. But the ball boy left it short. It was nicely on the volley for me.
For sure.
Unbelievable, mate.
Oh God, fantastic. It was nicely on the volley for me.
I do love Moyes.
Have it. I still think there's a level he can get to. I still think naturally his best position would be played in the centre of the park.
Right.
I just genuinely think he struggles out there on the left sometimes. I think I said it before. I think he struggles to influence the game out there.
Can I ask you something though, Tom? I think you know what I'm going to ask you. Is it because he covers for fucking Aaron Cresswell who can't defend?
Could be. I mean, look, it's a thing. If we did actually go get a new left back in there that could both defend and have pace going forward, who knows? It may, you wouldn't have to rely so much on having somebody that could defend as much. But I do like his work rate. Yes, I know what Spencer Mason's saying there about him being a headless chicken, but I do think he has good work rate, and I do think he can actually find that killer ball where others necessarily in the team can't. But it's been very far and few between for me. And especially over the last few weeks, he's just not been good enough. Whether that is the fact that a lot of them are knackered, I know people say we'll get up for this game, etc. But a lot of those guys have played 50+ games this year. It's been difficult for some of them. But I don't want to make excuses. But again, I think Pablo's young enough that he can learn. But there is a talented footballer there. I mean, you're not exactly going to get called up to the Spain squad, especially by the former Barca manager, if you weren't technically good enough. So I think it's there, but I just think his natural position should play more central than out wide. And actually if he was going to play out wide, having a better fullback there to cover and not have to have him worrying constantly would be a massive thing. So yeah, I'd give him. I think he was one of the ones. I think he at least tried at parts tonight. Whether or not he actually impacted the game as much, I don't know. But he did run his socks off for a bit, so I'd give him a 5 as well.
Lucas, give me your quick rating for Fornals, brother.
You're bang on that. I mean, the only two players that made an effort to press forward and ran past Antonio full sprint were Fornals and Rice. Those are the only two players tonight. But I mean, I'm in the same boat. Fornals is just not a left winger, but we continue to play him out there because Cresswell's pace, stamina to get back is just shit. It's been shit for a season, 2 seasons now, and that's just the way Moyes sees it. Like, Fornals is a midfielder. We all know that. So, like, I don't know. I still have very positive thoughts and hopes for him at this club. I just really hope this summer we can get an actual left winger and we can put him in his natural position. Maybe try a midfield 3.
What I would say as well is the only thing that bothers me sometimes, and I don't know if it's because he was in a better side, but and I know I've said in the past, the Spanish players don't have to necessarily be the quickest guys in the world, but they make up for it elsewhere. But what I would say is even
one step ahead.
Yeah, but even though he's played out on that left, Iniesta for a large portion of his career played out on the left, and we say he could be very similar to that, not obviously at Iniesta's level. David Silva was never gifted with pace, but often played a lot on the left-hand side for Man City, but they've found a way to make it work. Whether that's because they're in the top side or not, I don't know. But maybe there's a bit of he's having to do too much in terms of covering Cresswell, etc. But I think his heart's in the right place. I think I'd rather have somebody there that actually wants to commit themselves to West Ham, and we've seen in interviews and stuff that he does. He loves the club and etc. And I think he's young enough to learn from that. But I think he's got to learn almost how to impact. And maybe with a new left back that would help, but how to impact the game a little bit more out from that left hand side sometimes. But I think his heart's in the right place with him. He's not one that I can look at and say, right, well, you've come on and you've not given your all for at least however long you play for. And again, this evening, Souček would have been the sub for me, and I'd have left him on because I think at least then you would have had an extra passing midfielder that could actually try and find someone. Plus the pressing, I thought tonight was good in parts as well. So yeah,
that's fair enough. So you give him a 5 out of 10, Lucas. Good man. Moving on to this man. Let's have a quick ratings round for this man.
Quickly dip in a second, just because we've got to get him in a cab to get back to the hotel.
Go on, man.
But we'll quickly wrap our ratings up. I can't give him a rating. He didn't really play today for long enough. I don't think he didn't really influence the game. So I felt sorry for him though, because nobody wants to. Whether or not we thought he's been shit in the last couple of weeks, nobody deserves to be subbed because of somebody else's stupidity. So,
right, I'm going to fire these ratings at you boys. So get ready.
Good.
Right?
I've got to really as well.
Right, Antonio.
I've got to go cry in my hotel room.
Get to fucking get a new number 9 in at the club in the summer. I'm sick of it. Always said this way. Listen, he ran about for a bit. but
not consistently.
it just the geezer's knackered after 40 minutes. It's just ridiculous. I can't. I just I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, listen, again, if we had 11 men on the pitch, maybe his life would have been made a little bit easier. He wouldn't have to chase as much as he did. But sometimes, I think, like I said, he got bullied by Ndika at points tonight. And especially when he was knackered, I just thought he was dog shit. Just constantly in positions you don't want him in as a fucking striker. But I'd give him a 1. I thought he was terrible.
Lucas?
4. It was a good first 30 minutes, but then he got knackered, and really that's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote from Lucas. So you're giving him what, Lucas? What are you giving him?
4.
Mitchell, fire away, man.
2, very sloppy. Today was against the back 3. He had lots of pressure. He didn't take it well at all. He was pocketed, standard pocketed.
Yeah.
2. Shit.
I'll give him a 2 and all. I think he was shy. If I'm honest, he worked. He ran about. He was trying, but he's just sorry. Number 9, not for you, Antonio.
He got his rest as well. He got his rest. Everyone's crying about. He's had his rest. He's had his breaks. And he's still fucking shit. And he was better on the wing, by the way, when he went to the wing.
I've got to agree on that. Moving on to this, Matt. I'll go first. I thought he was a tryer tonight, but there's nothing there.
I thought he was quite poor. Not gonna lie.
I don't know. I think he was all right. I think he was trying his hardest, but when you've got shit round you, you're gonna what else can you do? I'll give him a 5. Give him a standard 5 for how well he's been this year. I think he's been all right. He was a tryer. He really was. Mitch, take it away,
for this game. I'm going to be serious. I'm going to have to give him a 3. I thought he was pretty shit. Sloppy passing, didn't do anything with the ball going forward. I'm not going to lie. I thought he was really poor today. I'll give him a 3.
I'll give him a 3. I think he tried at times, but nowhere near as effective as he could have been. Again, how much would that be different if we had 11 men on the pitch? I don't know, but I thought that they actually marshaled him quite well, and I thought they were they bullied him as well at points, and he found it difficult to get into the game. Couldn't really make those same runs that he did, but obviously, again, I think that was large down to the fact we were with 10 men for 70 minutes. So, yeah, I did, somebody Astro Rex said they're most disappointing. I think we've come to rely on his goals and stuff this season, but I don't want to be too harsh on him because he's been fucking fantastic for this year. And again, heart's in the right place. So I do feel bad for him tonight. Again, I think a large part of that's down to Cresswell fucking it for the rest of the team. But I'd give him a 3.
Lucas?
Actually, that feels harsh. Low 4.
Lucas?
I want to give him a 5, but I'm going to give him a 4 because, like I said, oddly enough, Bowen was not one of the few players that pushed on the press tonight. Like I said, Fornals and Rice seemed to be the only players that really pushed on past Antonio on the press to try and collapse and make them punt the ball away. The vintage Bowen work rate wasn't there for me tonight, personally. And if the work rate was there, I'd probably give him a 5, but I think a 4.
4 out of 10. There's no point doing the subs because we had Ben Johnson on, who, he was a tryer.
Don't do Johnson, no?
Can do Johnson if you want, mate.
He played for about 75, 70 minutes, didn't he?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we will do Ben Johnson. Mitch, take it away.
Ben Johnson, I didn't think it was too bad. Quite fairly ineffective going forward, but I didn't think he was actually too bad.
What are you rating him?
I'm thinking 4 or 5 here. I'm kind of stuck. I'm giving him a 4. Fucking, I'm giving him a 4.
I'm going to give him a 5. I think for what he had to come on and deal with, I think we've done very well. And let's be honest, he was all right.
Yeah, I'll give him a 5. He tried hard, actually.
I'm saying. Tom and Lucas.
I'll give him a 4. I think he was a couple of times he got turned inside out by that Knauf kid. Sometimes he's defensive, he just almost loses what's going on in the game. But again, he's playing as a left back, which is not a natural position for him. And again, when he's going forward, he just constantly wants to cut back in on his right foot. Played a nice actually diagonal ball towards the end of second half or something like that. But other than that, it's just pretty ineffective, really. I'd give him a 4.
Lucas?
4. He had one good tackle on the counter attack where it's 2-on-1, and the guy, I forget who was up top, but he just had a bad touch and he turned to Ben Johnson's left and he made a good tackle. But besides that,
nothing.
Excuse me. Uninspiring. Ben Johnson is for me.
There's no point really rating Yarmolenko or Benny. They come on, but
I thought Benny should have started though, personally, over Lanzini.
I think we all agreed he should have started.
But we'll get to that.
I'll tell you now, if Cresswell had been off and Ben Rama was playing, we all know who was going to get subbed. So it wouldn't have made much difference.
Moving on, though. We'll move on to the ref because we want to get this done. Mitch, talk to me about the ref, mate. Yellow cards galore tonight and reds.
Maybe this is going to be quite a thingy. I'd give him a 7.
Oh, fuck off. No, I can't. How can you give a guy, that was his first ever European semi-final, how can you give him that magnitude of a game? You just can't. Yes, he made the right decision.
I agree they should have done that, but I actually think the red card decision was completely fair. I think the other cards throughout the game were pretty fair. I don't think there was anything that was too silly.
Was it a bit over the top though, Mitch, with the yellow cards? Like Ben Rama gets fucking booked. Like, when does that count? Ever get booked? He got booked tonight for doing nothing.
I know, but I think 7's. I think 7. That it's not great.
Yeah, it's not.
It was a tough game. It was a tough game to referee. I think. I didn't think he did too bad. I think it was slightly harsh to give Ben Rama
an ego yellow card too for Rice.
Ben Rama a yellow card. But Moyes deserved a red, and he got a red. So I can't really say. I think 7. I didn't think he done too bad. I think 7.
Yeah, I'm going to give him. I'm going to give him a 5. I'm going to give him middle of the road for me. I think some of the yellow cards were a bit fucking cheap, really. I might
be saying that because I won 150 to 1 bet today about yellow cards. That's why.
Yeah, I thought there was something about that, Mitch. I know you too well, sir. But yeah, I'll give him a 5 out of 10. Is what it is. Spanish referee. The boys from the north.
I'd give him a 2 or a 3. I think he was. Yes, he got the red card right. Fair enough. He got the red card right. But there was a few challenges that went in, I think, that should have been punished, and he just didn't blow up for. Both sides, even at times. I think there was the one on Bowen in the first half. It's just little things that could have helped us at that point get an extra set piece or something like that, and he just missed them. And I also thought, and I'm glad actually that Scott brought that up in the chat, that Knauf, when he came running in towards Ben Rama, he put his head in to Ben Rama at the end. And I was like, hang a minute, we're not even going to take a look at that,
To be fair.
And Jared Bowen got slaughtered tonight.
Yeah,
2-on-1 a couple times.
Yeah, but he made a correct decision with the red card. I'm shocked, actually. I mean, realistically, he didn't actually make the correct decision with the red card because he gave me a yellow card at first. So he actually had to go back to VAR. A good ref would have probably sent him off there and then. But
Bosch.
But yeah, I'd give him a 2 or 3 for me. I didn't. I thought he was too involved in blowing his whistle in the wrong port. I just fuck him.
Yeah.
Whatever. I think Moyes and Declan weren't happy because they were talking about it afterwards in their post match. They thought they got the red card right, but they didn't think the rest of it was right. And you cannot send Moyes off for doing that to the ball boy. That was beautiful. I mean, come on.
Lucas, give me your rating for.
I'll change my rating quick to 6.
It's gone to a 6.
4.
He says cashing his Bet365 account out or something like that.
Sky Bet, mate. It was Ndicka, Rice, Cresswell, and Modad all to be carded. 150 to 1 it was.
Fucking hell, Mitchell. You don't ever tell me them bets, mate, boy. Lucas, what you saying, man, about the ref? Before we come to the end. 4 out of 10.
I would say he had control of the game, but not rightfully. Just yellow carding everyone. But I mean, fair play. If you're going to control the game, you just yellow card everyone. That's what I do. So mutual respect, but 4.
4 out of 10 for you, for Lucas. And the final rating of the evening before the boys have to go, and I will wrap up on my own, is this man, Mr. David Moyes, the Messiah, the man who gets sent off for kicking ball boys. I'll start off with the boys from the north, and I'll let them go and leave Mitchell till next. Tom, talk to me, mate.
I'll let Lucas go.
Well, he said you, so you go.
10 out of 10 for the volley.
I agree.
Probably completely undermined by the Cresswell. Again, it feels a lot of this has been sort of because Cresswell ruined our game plan entirely. Listen, he was dealt a shit hand, unfortunately, because of that. Just that error from him. But I think from the start, I think I would have started Benrahma, and I would have started. I would have probably benched either, like we said before, Lanzini or Fornals. And then again in the second half, tactically, I thought at half time he should have made the sub. I think that would have shown some intent, bringing Benrahma on at half time. And I think he should have pressed the gung ho fuck it button way earlier than what he did. I think.
Yeah.
They're just. I felt like they were always in control of the game. I never thought there was a part where it was like apart from Rice and Fornals apart, there was never a switch that was pressed within the players that said, "Let's press. Let's really try and win the ball back. And if they have to hoof it long from trap, let's win the second ball and move on from there." It was just none of that tonight. So I expected him to, and you could tell obviously from him kicking the ball, he had lost the plot as well in the last sort of 10 to 15 minutes because he was getting super frustrated. So. Yeah, I'd probably give him a 3 tonight.
Lucas,
it's a tough one. I agree with Tom. I was crying out for Souček to be subbed for Benrahma or someone, for the love of God. But the lineup wasn't bad. I agree. I thought Benrahma should have probably started ahead of Fornals or Lanzini. As I've always said, I don't like them in the same starting 11.
Yeah.
But you can kind of see it as an impact sub.
I'll tell you what as well, before Lucas gives his rating, this weekend at Norwich, I literally would just change the whole thing up. I would have Elise in for either one of Dawson or Thingy. I'd obviously Fabianski would start, but I would even throw some more, I'd have Vlasic, Benrahma starting, maybe Fornals, Bowen, drop Antonio, drop Souček, just give some other players a chance this weekend.
Longelo. What about Longelo?
Yeah, just do something different this weekend. Just give some of them players a chance. Even if it was Ashby that played for it. I know he's not going to because he'll probably play the exact same fucking starting 11 that he plays tonight.
Class on Monday. Yeah. Very good watch.
Oh, yeah, you saw him, didn't you, at London Stadium? I actually saw Ashby. He watched the under-23s at London Stadium.
Longelo. Yeah. Longelo was a good watch on Monday.
Yeah.
I've always said about Longelo. Yeah, this boy needs.
Jack said I'd start Vlasic as a false 9 and have Benrahma out on the left. I'd, just change it up. You can. I don't want to see that team against Norwich this week. I just do not want to see it. I just want something different.
Lucas, give us your rating before we have to go, man.
He should have pressed the gung ho button at halftime. Lineup wasn't too bad. Because of the volley, I'll give him a 6 out of 10.
But again, I think all of his tactics and game plan went out because of Cresswell's red card.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I agree. Athers, Tom, and Lucas, thank you for coming on tonight, mate. I really do appreciate both of you coming on. And I'll let you go.
He said no, just because I could have cried at full time. I just wanted to just go into at half time. I went and laid down on my bed and I just turned the light off. I just wanted to just sit on my own and just think about life.
I agree, mate. I was like that. I was like that at the start of the stream. Listen, I'm going to let you boys go because I know you've got to go. Anyway, I'll catch up again with you soon. Take care, man.
Later, boys.
Take care, man. And now the final rating for Moyes lies with Mitchell, and then I will let Mitchell go and I will wrap up. Talk to me, Mitch, about David Moyes tonight, bruv.
I'll keep it short and sweet. Benrahma should have started. I personally would have started Fredericks because I think we needed more pace going against a team that we had to counter against, and obviously we didn't. Where else? Half time should have made the substitution, Benrahma on for Souček, and then put Fornals in deeper. Yeah, that's it really. He didn't get irked up enough for the start of the game because he seemed really flat and very nervous. You know, you can put it down to individual players, but I think also the blame's got to go on the manager because we just the setup was just pretty poor. That's it, mate. I'll give him a 3.
3 out
By
of
the way,
10.
little shout out to Astro. I think Astro Rex, who was spoke nothing but absolute facts tonight, and compared to other people that come on here. Phil McCock hasn't been on tonight, James, by the way. No,
He was
Phil
on
McCock.
earlier. He was on earlier, mate. Yeah, and he said, "I wonder how many times Mitchell was going to complain about Souček scoring 3 own goals or something." But I'll speak to you about that. Listen, I'm going to let Mitchell go. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'll let you go and crash, bruv, and I'll catch up again with you soon, mate.
Take care. Thanks, mate.
And that is it from the boys. Now, this is my rating, so I can wrap this up. For me tonight, David Moyes gets a 4 for me. Lanzini and Fornals just don't play well together. I'm going to be honest, they just don't. And there's no attacking threat there. I think you're relying on Bowen to do the damage and Antonio. You're hoping for Antonio. Listen, he kicks the ball boy or kicks the ball at the ball boy or whatever the situation is there. But in the grand scheme of things, he was frustrated because we weren't that good. He must have been wanting to chin Cresswell in the change room at half time. But I'm going to say this, and I don't want to bring this up, but the transfer window was key. Like, you need players, and you go out and literally sign no one. Do you know what I'm saying? So, for me, Moyes tonight, did he get it wrong? Not really. But did he sort of get fucked over by his players or a player? He did, in my opinion. So, I'm going to give him a 4 tonight, and as easy as that. Benny should have played, and Benny didn't, in my opinion. And it's a shame. It really, really is. So that is the end of the player ratings and the afterthought from me. Listen, I've had over 100 people in the chat watching us boys tonight. Please do like the video. Please do subscribe to the channel. It really goes a long way. And to wrap it up, I'm going to wrap it up now. And I'm just going to say this before I wrap up. I'm proud of the boys. That's one thing. The first thing I'm going to say on the matter is I'm very, very proud of the West Ham United Football Club, as a whole. Many years ago, we was fighting relegation, and I've watched West Ham go through some shit times with Avram Grant, amongst other managers who have relegated us. But this is a new West Ham. This is the West Ham that we all want to see. But the summer is massive. It ain't. It's not a case of. How can I put this? It's not a case of basically it's over, but I want it to be new beginnings. And I do believe that West Ham this is a new beginning for West Ham. They need investment. There's no two ways about it. You need to invest. Jazza, no worries, mate. If you need any support, you know where I'm at. Listen, to round it up, I'm gutted. I'm devastated. Don't get me wrong. Whoever was watching this chat earlier on, I'll cry my eyes out. I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm a fucking grown-ass man. I love this club to death. And for me, West Ham need to invest in the summer. There's no two ways about it. Time to pay the money, boys. GSB and Daniel, you sit in the boardroom. You don't do a lot. You don't pay a lot. It's time to open it's time to open the pocket up. And if you want West Ham to be a success, as much as me and all my chat and everyone around the world, it's time to pay some fucking money for players, boys. I'm proud of Declan. Declan's been an absolute inspiration at West Ham United Football Club for this Europa League campaign. The goal he scored in Zagreb, the way he's led this team, the boy's absolutely fucking world class, and I love the kid. I really, really do. Moyes, he's done good things. I just hope he's not killing us right at the end. But we can look back on the Lyon game with fond memories. That night will always be magical. We can look back on the Seville game. That was magical. And we can look back on this journey and say, you know what? We was nearly there, but just not quite there. Do you know what I'm saying? It's going to be tough. Every West Ham fan, I know, I feel your pain. I'm feeling it right now. And I'm devastated. But for me, it's all about the summer now, right? There's no fucking about from anyone. And if no signings are signed or they're poor signings, I expect the fan base to turn around and say, right, GSB and Daniel, and the scout recruit, Rob Newman, I think his name is, like, what the fuck is going on? Because this is what we want. If you want Declan Rice to stay at West Ham United Football Club, you've got to get world-class players with Declan Rice. It's as simple as that. Simple mathematics, in my opinion. So, yeah, listen, I'm proud of the boys tonight. Cresswell, for me, just to say this, I'm sorry, mate, but enough's enough now, boy. You've done your time at West Ham. You've been a good player for West Ham. You've been here quite a long time, since the bowling, and then now to the present day. I'm sorry, bruv, but you're done. You're done at this club. To do it once is a mistake, as Athers said earlier on in the video. To do it twice is really stupidity and just not good enough. And for me, Cresswell did really cost us tonight. If we've got 11 men on that pitch, I fancy us scoring a goal. I really, really do. Would I say we would win the game? Probably not. But I would fancy us to score. We didn't look like scoring. Once they scored, it was good night. And it was thanks for coming. And you know what the heartbreaking thing about it is, you see Rangers tonight, and fair play to Rangers, and I really do hope Rangers go on to win the tournament. They give it everything tonight, and they took apart a Leipzig team who are very, very good and comfortably, really. So, yeah, this is my final afterthought for the Europa League, and to say I am gutted is, yeah, I'm close to tears. But it's been an adventure from Zagreb to Genk, like the memories in Genk with Benny, the Rapid Vienna home game, Rapid Vienna away game, Zagreb with the kids, the Seville away game where we lost 1-0, but we always still believed. And then we end up winning the game against Seville with Souček scoring a goal, and then in extra time, Yarmolenko becoming a hero. Obviously, the Lyon game, we lose Cresswell, but we fighted our hearts out, and it really meant a lot to the West Ham fan base to hold on to that lead, hold on to a draw at home against Lyon. And then Lyon away was just magical. And the lads who went there, people who witnessed it live, they will forever remember that quarter-final against Lyon. They really, really will. The semi-final against Eintracht Frankfurt, we just didn't turn up, and they scored their goals right at the perfect times at the LS, and it sort of killed us. The Jared Bowen overhead kick, we would always remember. We would always remember that, inches from going in. Would it have changed the game? Maybe, but we will never know. And then tonight, the game was dead after 20 minutes from Cresswell getting sent off, and then they scored their goal, and they sort of put the final nail on the coffin. So, yeah, this is it. This is it for the final afterthought for the Europa League. And it's a sad day. It really, really is. So I'm going to wrap it up there for an hour and 30 minutes. Please do like the video. It goes a long way. It really helps me out. And please do subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers, the merrier. I'm here for West Ham, but I'm here for other people and all, right, who's got their views on West Ham. I don't do this for a laugh. I do it because I love this club to death. I may not be able to go to the games because I don't want that ball anywhere near the club. I want Daniel in charge, and I will always do that to the day I go. But West Ham is always and always will be forever in my heart, and I love this club dearly. We nearly done it, people, but just not quite. Anyway, I'm going to leave you be. I want to thank everyone who's been watching tonight. I really do appreciate it. And keep the faith. That's all I'm going to say. Norwich on Sunday. Anyway, take care and good night.